Hey everyone, welcome back to yoga. My name's Carlyn. Today's class is a quick, stretchy flow. It's going to take about 10 minutes, and this is something that you can do every morning just to start to wake up the body, get some blood flow and oxygen moving. I usually do most of these stretches pretty much every day, and it's just a great way to start the day. So please click subscribe before we get started for free yoga videos every week. And when you're ready, we will get started in a comfortable seat at the top of your mat. Whether you're sitting on your shins or in a cross-legged seat like me, just an easy seat, make sure your hips, your shoulders, and your ears are all stacked, sitting up nice and tall, finding a long spine, closing the eyes, and just resting the hands where they feel comfortable. Just take a couple rounds of breath. Normally, let your breath be natural. And then I always like to get my body going with a couple deep breaths to start the day. So we'll take 5 cleansing breaths, breathing in through the nose and then out through the mouth. As you breathe in through your nose, allow your belly to really fill up. And as you exhale out through the mouth, just watch the belly soften. Let's begin. Big inhale. Again. Three. That was 4. Last one, breathe in deeply and then pause at the top. See if you can sip in a little bit more air, let the belly inflate even more. And as you exhale, let everything go. Keep the eyes closed or blink them open and just start to take some circles with the hips. And gradually you'll start to make your circles a little bit bigger. After a few, we'll switch directions. Start with big circles in the opposite direction. And this time, gradually make the circles a little bit smaller until we're back in our seated position. Take an inhale, reach the fingertips up to the sky. And on your exhale, twist to the right, bring your right hand to your outer left knee or thigh. It's probably early in the morning, so make this a nice gentle twist. Don't worry about your neck gazing all the way back at your right shoulder. One more breath. And then keep your left hand where it is. Take an inhale, come back through center, reach your right arm up, and then cross your right arm over your left and grab onto your left leg. So this is going to start to open up the upper back and the back of the neck. To intensify this even more, you might round forward. You can feel free to bend both of your elbows ever so slightly here and just tuck your chin to your chest. Lots of opening in the back body for a few breaths. And then inhale, come back through center, reach the fingertips up to the sky, and exhale, twist to the left. Again, nice and gentle. Don't worry about the depth of the twist just yet. Breathing deeply. And then this time, keep your right hand on the outside of the left leg. Turn back through center, squaring the hips to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift the left fingertips up. And then exhale, cross the left arm over the right, grab onto the right leg, and then round forward, tucking the chin to the chest, maybe bringing a bend in the elbows. So my neck, my upper back, my shoulders are some of the tightest parts of the body when I first wake up. You can always pause the video and stay here a little bit longer if this feels like a nice release, a nice opening. On your next inhale, reach the fingertips up to the sky. And then exhale, take the hands back to the knees. We'll find some seated cat-cows. So on the inhale, bend the elbows, puff the chest through the biceps. And find an arch in the low back. Relax your shoulders down your back and think about squeezing your shoulder blades together. Take an inhale here. And then on your exhale, create a C shape with the spine. Tuck the chin to the chest and straighten through the arms. Begin to move with your breath. Inhale. Exhale. On your inhale, you're arching the spine, puffing open the chest. And on the exhale, you're tucking chin to chest, rounding through the spine, creating that C curve. Couple more here. Take one more round wherever you are. And then come onto hands and knees, stacking the wrists underneath the shoulders, the hips underneath the knees. Take an inhale, lift the right fingertips up to the sky. And on your exhale, thread the right arm underneath the left. Take the right ear down to the mat. Pull that left shoulder back. If you want to take this deeper, you can if it's in your practice and you know how. I recommend just keeping this nice and gentle, opening through the shoulders. Just another breath here. And then press into the left palm. Inhale, reach the right fingertips back up to the sky. And then press the right hand down. Inhale, lift the left fingertips up to the sky. Exhale, thread the needle, left arm comes underneath the right, and your left ear and shoulder come down to the mat. Keep pulling that right hip back and just breathe here. Try to find stillness. When you're ready, press back into the right hand. Lift the left fingertips up to the sky. And then take the left palm back down. And we'll find our first downward facing dog. Spreading the fingertips nice and wide. Tucking the toes. And then lifting the hips up to the sky. Maybe walk your feet back slightly. Making your downward dog a little bit longer. And from here you can bend the knees. Again, it's early in your practice, maybe in your day. And just think about pulsing those heels down to the ground. The spine is nice and long and the chest is reaching towards the thighs. Feeling an opening in all different parts of the body here. And when you're ready, take your right knee in towards your nose, curl it forward, and then gently step your right foot towards your right thumb. Drop the back knee, keep the toes tucked or untucked, whatever feels better, and inhale to come up to your low lunge. Squeeze your heel and your left knee together, creating an opening in the left hip flexor, sinking into that right hip. And let's take a side body stretch from here. Let the right hand fall off to the right side. Take the left fingertips up and over the head. Feel the left side of the body elongate. From here, come back through center. This time untuck the toes. See if you can sink a little bit deeper into that right hip. Take the hands behind the head and interlace them as if you're doing crunches. And just keep those elbows back, squeeze the shoulders together. And as you send the right knee forward, sinking into the hip, just let the head fall back into the hands, finding just a little mini back bend here. Breathing and using your breath to go deeper. As you're ready, slowly plant the hands, frame the right foot, and then walk that right leg back, rather straighten the right leg. Keep a bend in the knee if you'd like, and just fold forward, opening up the right hamstring. And then bend back into the right knee, walk the hands forward, and just step right back to your downward facing dog. Again, keep the knees bent. Just sink the chest to the thighs. Press the heels down. Lift the hips up. Other side, we'll curl the left knee in towards the nose and then step that left foot to the left thumb. Drop the back knee. Toes are tucked or untucked, whatever feels better. And inhale to come up to your low lunge. Squeezing the left heel and the right knee together. Stretching out your left hip and your right hip flexor. From here, we'll take a side body lean, let the left arm fall off to the left. Reach the right fingertips up and over the head. Feel the right side of the body elongating. Breathe into the right side ribs. Take an inhale, come back through center, untuck the back toes, if you haven't done so already. Interlace the hands behind the back like you're about to do crunches. Let the elbows come back and the shoulder blades squeeze together. Start to sink deeper into that left hip and just let the back of the head fall into the hands, using them as a support, kind of just cradling the head in the hands. Finding a little bit mini back bend here, not too deep. Just breathing. As you're ready, inhale to come out of this. Plant the hands to frame the left foot and start to straighten that left leg. Maybe keep a bend in the left knee if your hamstrings are feeling tight this morning. And then just fold over the left leg. Start to bend back into that left knee, walking the hands forward, and again, just stepping right back to your downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths in your down dog. Try and find stillness wherever you are in your down dog today. Whatever it looks like, whatever it feels like, just breathe through it. After your 3rd round of breath, just drop the knees and we'll come into an inversion. Not a very difficult inversion, just something to get the hips over the heart. So you can come into like you're coming into a child's pose, bring the knees together and the feet together, and then just fold forward over the knees. But instead of bringing the arms long in front of you, you're going to take the hands to the heels. So if this feels better, of course, you can tuck the toes. I like to be untucked. And then from here, start to come to the crown of the head. So instead of resting the forehead on the mat, you're taking the crown of the head to the mat. The forehead's really touching the knees almost. And then from here, just start to straighten through the arms ever so slightly, bringing more weight onto the crown of the head and tucking the chin to the chest. Breathing here.
One more breath. And then when you're ready, just come through child's pose. You can come into a child's pose, rounding the shoulders forward, keeping the knees together. I like to take my knees wider apart, opening up the hips, sinking my seat to my heels, and reaching my arms long in front of me. Breathing in your child's pose, feel free to set your intention for the rest of the day. Think about your goals, how you can stay mindful, how you can take your yoga practice off of your mat to make your day a little bit better. I recommend staying in this child's pose for 5 to 10 breaths, and then you're ready to start your day. Namaste.